When was the last time you made art simply because it felt good? Not because you wanted it to look good, not because you wanted to improve or you hoped someone else would like it. When was the last time you created just because creating felt joyful? I think a lot of us lose that somewhere along the way. We become so focused on getting better, making something beautiful, or proving that we're good enough that we forget how to play. I can sincerely say, looking back now at my whole art journey, some of my favorite art experiences have had absolutely nothing to do with skill. So today I want to share 5 simple ways to make art more fun, find a little more inspiration, and reconnect with the joy of creating without needing to learn a single new technique. Let's give our brains a break and let's make some art. We all tend to have a favorite place to create. I definitely do. And I love that because it creates comfort, it creates predictability, and a little ritual that helps calm my nervous system. However, sometimes that same routine becomes so familiar that it actually stops me from creating. I start thinking about the whole process of setting up, sitting down, doing things the usual way, and somehow it feels like a little too much or maybe even a little too boring. So, one of my favorite ways to bring a little more excitement back into art is simply to change my location. Take your art supplies into the garden, sit on a balcony, go to a cafe, bring a sketchbook to a park. For me, creating outside completely changes the experience. New surroundings inspire new ideas and help me step outside my usual patterns. Sometimes a tiny change of scenery is all we need. Music has a huge influence on how I create. The thing for me with art, however, is that I often use art to process emotions, which means I naturally reach for emotional or reflective or sometimes even heavy music. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but every now and then I intentionally choose a playlist that is filled with joyful, uplifting songs, and it completely changes the experience. Suddenly, I'm just reaching for brighter colors. My brushstrokes become looser. I stop overthinking. So if you need a little more joy in your life right now, try creating with music that encourages that feeling. Sometimes we don't just need the peace from the creating. Sometimes we need a little encouragement to laugh and to play and to be optimistic again. Art can be surprisingly lonely. Unlike team sports or group projects, we don't technically need anyone else in order to create. But that doesn't mean we always have to do it alone. So, if you are feeling a little brave, invite someone over for a messy art day or a messy art hour. A friend, a sibling, a parent, anyone. Keep it simple, put out some supplies, find a few fun prompts, and just embrace making some terrible art together. Focus on the experience rather than what you're making. Last year, I opened a free art cafe at a local market, and watching complete strangers sit down together and create was one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had. Children, adults, families, strangers all connect through color and creativity. It reminded me that art isn't just about making things, it is also about bringing people together. If you are a perfectionist like me, sometimes the hardest part is simply deciding where to begin. That's why I love this little challenge I want to give you right now. Choose only 2 colors and make a rule that you are not allowed to plan anything beforehand. That's it. The goal isn't to create something impressive, it is to remove decision fatigue and give yourself permission to play. I do recommend to choose colors that sit next to each other on the color wheel so they'll blend beautifully together. And what I love most about this exercise is that it requires almost no mental energy. There's nothing to figure out, there's no masterpiece to create, just color, curiosity, and a willingness to see what happens. And honestly, there in the unknown, in the willingness to just throw yourself into it, that is where the fun lives. Last but definitely not least, sometimes the fastest way to reconnect with creativity is to try something you've never done before, like painting on a vase or paint a flower pot, paint an old piece of furniture. One of my favorite things to do is rescue old furniture and turn it into something joyful, and it doesn't have to be complicated. It might sound like you need proper skill for this, but that is not true. You simply need to find a very cheap piece on Facebook Marketplace, maybe you can even find it for free, give it a good clean, get your hands on some chalk paint, paint the darn thing, and then if you feel a little extra brave, you can add some fun dots or stripes or small details with acrylic paint afterwards. I know painting on furniture or objects can feel intimidating because suddenly it feels like you need to know everything about surfaces, materials, paints, and techniques. But honestly, most of the time, the best way to learn is simply to begin. And the only recommendation I can give you is if you try this out to paint on objects, use chalk paint. It literally sticks to everything, even glass. So, for this one, embrace your inner child, embrace the not knowing, allow yourself to be a beginner again. Because sometimes the things that make art more fun aren't the things that make us better artists, they are the things that make us excited to create in the first place. I hope you enjoyed this little video today. If you'd like to receive more companion content like coloring pages and more reflections and updates on what we're doing here, I have something called Letters from Imovara that you can sign up to in the description below. Thank you so much for today. It means so much to have you here, and I hope you got a few ideas for your next little creative adventure. I send you all my love. I will see you again next week. Bye, everyone.